to all the nurses and doctors out there.
Jesus Christ.
We're going for it. Hey! Do your health. That's why we are here, in fact, to drink to all of our health, because at this point in the coronavirus crisis, there's a lot of things that I'm glad that we have medical technology for. We did not used to. It turns out that like a lot of the ideas that we had about medicine were fucking terrible up till very recently. So I just want to I'm gonna focus on 3 of them, but I want to go over a list of some of the most fucking ridiculous things that I've learned about that doctors used to do to people. So first up, we've got cigarettes. Yes, that was a recommendation that doctors made in an important time for asthma. Also is a treatment for foul breath. Everybody knows cigarettes smell like shit. Anyway, next one, cornflakes to stop masturbation. I think that's pretty interesting because apparently a guy thought that the secret to your sexual urges were based on how spicy your food was. The next on the list is a tapeworm diet. At some point, companies would try to convince women to lose weight by eating a parasite, which seems like a dickish move. Another medicine they used to do was dead mouse paste. In the ancient Roman times, if you had a toothache, you would just spread a dead mouse, you would grind it up, and then put it on your aching tooth. Because I guess there wasn't enough dog shit available, I don't know. Next, crocodile dung as a contraceptive. Yes, that is exactly what you think I'm trying to tell you. So apparently, in ancient Egypt, women used to put dried crocodile feces inside their vaginas to kill babies because they're just that desperate to be I'm not having this guy's kid. Fuck that. Next, plumage. Apparently, if you had tuberculosis, they would just stick what looked like ping pong balls inside of his lungs and see what happens. That's the best part about medicine in this time period, is it's just the real, we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's so perfect. It also led us to the sheep's liver diagnosis, because if they couldn't figure out what you had, if nobody had any idea, imagine you go to the doctor and you're like, hey man, I'm all fucked up inside. And I don't really know anything about medicine, but I'm here for you to tell me that. And he's like, you know what? I don't know anything about medicine either. I'm just gonna kill this fucking animal outside and we'll dig around in its guts and maybe it'll tell us something. Next, one of my absolute favorites is hot pokers, which was apparently a curative for the disease we all know as hemorrhoids. Basically, you got a stingy nerve sticking out of your butthole, and then the local blacksmith's like, no, don't worry, mate. No worries. I'll take care of you. And then you have a cauterized butthole for the rest of your life. Anyway, another one that was pretty good, malaria therapy. Because apparently back in the day, syphilis was such a problem, right? That if you had it and you wanted a cure, you needed to look to a completely other really bad disease, which was malaria. Apparently malaria kills syphilis, so you're kind of trading one for the other. I mean, which one can you tell people you have, though? So I can't, I mean, that's a tough one for me. Another one is trepanation, which is a practice from the Middle Ages where you just drilled into somebody's brain to figure out what was going wrong. They had no concept and also no idea what they were doing, and as this guy's picture clearly can show you, it was not a pleasurable experience for anyone involved. And of course, one of my favorites of all time is the Babylonian skull cure. Apparently, if you had problems sleeping, they would suggest to you that you put a skull next to your bed, and every time you woke up at night, kiss it on the lips. Because nothing makes me feel more comfortable about what my deep nocturnal needs than just waking up and there's a fucking skull in my face and it's you want to sleep? You want to sleep? Kiss my lips? Mama, you want to kiss? Alright, so anyway, those are not the three that I want to focus on. The three that I want to focus on are probably some of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard of in my entire life. The first one being urine therapy. Now, urine therapy was developed by the Romans, the Egyptians, and the Chinese. So pretty much everybody's been doing this, and they've been using it as a curative for teeth whitening, skin protection, acne, and broken bones. Can you imagine you fell down a ravine and shattered your fucking tibia in 4 places and some guy came up on you and was like, hey man, don't worry, help's on its way, I'm just gonna take a piss on you. Oh. So that's fucking stupid. But also at the same time, while most of these cures have kind of fallen on the wayside because of how medical science, it's surprising how many of them still stick around. Urine therapy is something that is still really popular, apparently, including amongst people like Kesha and Madonna soaks her feet in piss. And there's this lady I found on the internet who apparently lost 200 pounds, not only drinking piss, but also dumping it into her own eyeball. She was gonna drink. She was gonna drink it, but she dumped it into her own eyeballs. And apparently she lost 100 pounds. So, I want you all to think about that while you live your life. Next on the list, sitting inside a rotting whale carcass. That's, for the love of God, I think maybe the best if a doctor prescribed that to me today, I'd probably go for it. I mean, you look at this guy in the middle of it, just only him, just loving the thing that he's doing. He's sitting in there with his fucking raw guts just pouring out. And something you need to know is that this is a theory that came about in the 19th century on Australia's southern coast. And what's interesting is this is a thing that was considered a cure for rheumatism, which is a disease of your bones and joints. Not like a life-threatening thing. And apparently, if you wanted to cure yourself of this, you had to spend 30 hours 30 hours inside of a dead fucking whale carcass to cure bone pain? You have got to be fucking only for 1 year. Only one. If I sit in a dead whale carcass for fucking 30 hours, I better be cured of every disease that has ever existed. You're fucking kidding. The final curative medicine that I want to focus on is seems to be something that was one of the earliest subjects of medicine that really moved forward, and it makes total sense. It's dick pills. And I want to say, yeah, fuck yeah, I mean, why? Let's get them hard. Let's get all those dicks hard. Hold on. Now, there is like a lot of medical fake research about how to get a dick hard, and it is pretty much, I mean, I can't tell if it's possible or impossible. But here's some things that people have tried over time. One of the first cures that went on record was Dr. Sandin's electric belt and suspensory for weak men. If you can't get your dick hard, man, you're a cuck and you suck, I guess. I don't know. I mean, apparently it was enough that people would have a fucking dick ring that shot lightning bolts into their urethra to solve it. I don't know. But apparently over 10,000 of them sold in the United States, despite the British Medical Journal calling them egregious quackery. Which, hey man, however you get your dick hard, that's cool. Another one was something I learned about from Thailand is scorpion wine, popular in Lopburi, Thailand. I will say, researching this led to one of the best things I've ever encountered on the internet, which was a headline that read, "Natural Viagra, spider bite causes erection." Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut the whole internet down! That's the best thing I've ever read. Fuck yeah! But of course, there would be no dick pill cure if there was not no king of a dick pill cure. So we're gonna focus finally on this fella, a gentleman who goes by the name of John R. Brinkley. He was a pioneer of dudes who are so desperate to get their dick hard that they will go to any length, and I mean fucking any length, to do so, because this guy, who had no official medical degree from any institution ever, became one of the most wealthy doctors in America by selling a treatment where he would sew goat testicles onto your own testicles. If you had a hard time getting a boner, this guy would be like, we're gonna stick goat balls on your balls, and you are gonna fuck. We're gonna stick goat balls on your balls. It's gonna make you hard as fuck. And this guy became apparently the most successful radio DJ in America for like many years. In fact, when the fucking federal government tried to shut him down, he moved to Mexico and broadcast telling the promise of goat nuts and what they would do for you. I appreciate all of you. Good night.